everybody, welcome back to my channel. And before we get into the main story, I wanted to show you this. Adriana King, I believe she was the one in the first one that chopped Jason's mother's head off, and then Jason got her in part 2. But check this out, she has her own wine company, it looks like, distribution. I'd found this when I was looking for a story. And look here, you got Voorhees, vodka, vodka, chiller wine, Crystal Lake, Midnight Merlot. I mean, this is actually kind of cute. I like this. Prices ain't too bad either. But I'll leave a link below if y'all interested in something like this, and go check it out. It's cute. Alright, so moving over to the recent update patch, which was talked about on Beyond last week. And at the time I filmed this, it was only out for the Xbox and PS4, and PC was supposed to be coming out real soon, so it may be already out by the time you're seeing this. So anyway, Gun Media was going on this mat here, and let's go over some of the patch notes here. And this was posted Tuesday at 8:42. And if Sepier's team is rolling out a patch on the PS4, Xbox One platform, immediately PC to follow in a few days. This update was specifically targeted to repair an issue with interactions that would allow the player to leave a site where an interaction was in place, then resume the interaction, and slingshot to areas of the map that are non-playable specs. These include, but is not limited to, the roof on Packerneck Lodge. So basically what they was talking about, getting Jason up there and also your counselors on top of the roof, not just at Packerneck, but all of them, they fixed that. And when I went back and tried them, I did go back and check that out, see if it worked. Jason Rage mode did not work, and also using the traps did not work. So I got that fixed. Also, resolved various issues regarding interaction lock for counselors and Jason interaction, which would result in unintended gameplay issues. A more thorough pass of interaction system had resolved interaction-related issues. These methods to manipulate interactions that have been fixed included, but are not limited to, the Packerneck Lodge roof issue. So that was the main issue of this whole patch, really. And they got some other thing, various grab kill animation, art corrections in the cabin, which I never stopped to look at art. I guess I should. Floating objects on various maps. Yeah, they definitely need to do that. Car blocking locations on various maps to prevent exploitation, which people used to block. You could block Jason's cabin on, what was it, Jarvis map, I believe. And you could even block the barn at one time on Higgins. They fixed that previously, but not on this one. And all counselors now react to dead bodies. So apparently, now I never ran into that issue. I didn't know, but apparently a few of that counselors would not get scared by dead bodies. So that's interesting. Let's see. And they resolved issues involving shift more powers on the map. Jason can no longer get stuck on unintended areas on Crystal Lake map or Higgins Haven small map. Victoria Pants issue. Now I got to check that out because you always had this huge ass. Fix Jason Part 5. Asset issue. Not sure what that was about. And fix various sense issues, including correct color display of doors, windows, when counselors are either inside or outside a structure. I have not ran across that issue. And resolutions involving controller disconnect resolved for menu interactions. I have had that happen. Thank God you fixed that. Animation fix for Jason. Small fixes for animation. Complete animations, not sure what that's about. Fixed issues with emote menu, no longer on screen if used while entering car. I ain't run into that either. Camera fix for car grab animation, which, yes, I did run into that. Various single player challenge kill fixes. Yeah, I've already done those, I don't care. Smoothed out various single player challenge animations. Okay, so they fixed that, but like I said, the main focus of this patch was to fix the counselors and Jason getting on the roof. It became an issue. Everybody was having fun, blah, blah, blah. So, first off, I've seen people on other posts and all talking about we was getting new content because this, guys, no. I know it's not a lot of y'all. There's still a lawsuit. They did not add no new content. It's just fixing bugs. That's all they can do right now. Lawsuits still prevents that, so no new content. Somebody told you that, they're lying, or they don't know what they're talking about. So no, just fix small patches. The car they can still have knives thrown at it. It's rare and it can still mess it up. What's some other issues? I don't really see anything talking about, I still have environmental kills still messing up because I played with this last night. And let me show you a couple things that is kind of messed up that they are going to have to fix. First thing is this. Jason's senses used to be when you hear the chi-chi, ha-ha, or kiki, mama, whichever one you'll say. Well, you get the first one. Okay, now he's got a sense so you can see you hiding. Then he gets a shift. Then he gets a stalk. Now when the first one comes out for sense, he gets that plus he gets a shift. So, talk about spawn killing now? Jason's got one hell of a spawn kill. He can run in there and get you quick. And, yeah, Jason got some OP power. He got some. Now, I'm about 90% sure this was not supposed to happen by them, and I'm sure they'll get it fixed, but Jason got a little more buff now. Not to mention, and I'd asked my friends when we were playing, but that shift seems to come an awful lot quicker now. So, we'll see if that gets fixed. Another thing I noticed when I was playing is probably not a good idea to hide in the closet for right now, and I don't know if it's an old bug or something or part of the new update, because I never had this happen to me, but some of y'all may have already seen this before, and I'm just repeating something that never got fixed. But I noticed when I was playing, especially on Packer Deck Lodge, when you go hide in one of these closets, door is wide open. So, yeah, that might be something to think about. Don't go hiding in a closet. It's not a good idea. Okay, so moving along, let's talk about the rage mode. And I've been kind of reluctant to get in this subject because I really did want to wait a few months, and it's a touchy subject. Some people love the rage mode, some people hate it for Jason. And everything I'm usually talking about, you got to understand, I'm more of a Jason player than a counselor. I love playing Jason. So that's from a Jason point of view, a lot of this. And when it first came out, I want to first say I didn't like it. But sometimes you got to dial it back. I said, well, give it a couple months maybe to grow on you and all this stuff. And there was time I said, okay, it's kind of cool. And then I went back and forth. And before going any further, all this is my opinion, guys. Take it with a grain of salt like anything else. Make your own opinion. We can agree to disagree and everything that I say. But let's get into some different points here. Okay, Matt, when he was talking yesterday, I believe it was Gameplay and Guru, when he had asked him, could he just revert it back? And Matt said, no, that's not possible because it's in the core now and of the program. So it's part of the foundation. It is staying there. It is not reverting back to the way it was, period. He can't just take it out now. I mean, he could, I'm sure, but it'd be a pain in the ass. And that's a lot of code to go through. But now Matt said something was very interesting, and I have to agree with this part, is that counselors should not be running out there just beating up on Jason and there's no consequences. He's 100% correct. I will agree with that. Jason should not be just everybody's punching bag, which there was people, and people on my team, Jason they could beat him senseless. It was ridiculous. So, yeah, I do agree it need a better balance. A couple things with the Rage update I will agree with. They were good. The first thing they put in was you cannot suicide and come back as Tommy Jarvis. That needed to be in there. That stopped a lot of the people going out there, that's all we're doing. Gave the players a chance. You had to play. Next thing they put in there with that update was, and it was really needed, was the multiple slashing when you're Jason. Previously, when you go out there, you swing your shady axe, whatever you got, and there's 2 or 3 counselors there. Well, the one in front would have took the full force of the axe or machete, and once behind them, they wouldn't have got nothing, no damage at all, and they just knocked the hell out of it. Or the first person been in block mode, less damage. And when I swing a machete at you and your buddy are sitting next to you, I suspect I hit both. Sorry. That's ridiculous. So, yeah, that was actually very much needed. I'm glad they put that in there along with the suicide. Those 2 things were needed. Then here comes the Rage mode. Now, when this first come out, They fixed it real quickly. You couldn't even kill Jason when he hit rage mode. That was it. Now, which that's a little ridiculous. But now they got it. The only things you can stun Jason when he's in rage mode is basically the traps, the shotgun. You have to have a pocket knife or a sweater. And you cannot stun him with melee weapons, flare gun, and firecrackers. Now, this is one of the issues I do have with this rage. Okay, the main two, the flare gun and the firecrackers. And let's talk about the flare gun first. You got two uses for flare gun. You could either stun Jason, before a rage, or you can actually mark him and you shoot at him and it'll show up on the map for everybody to see for a little while, which I do use it for that sometimes. Now, the problem here that I have is like the shotgun. When the flare gun shoots, let's say you shoot at Jason. If you miss, you're stuck in that animation. So if you're shooting him, he's in rage, I can't stun him. I'm stuck in animation. Jason gets free kill. And so, no, I think the flare gun should be able to still stun him. Also with the firecrackers, and originally, I believe his original, when they first come out, they was talking about it. They basically wanted the firecrackers, and I'm trying to remember what the interview was. And they were talking, originally they had wanted the firecrackers to be used to, basically as a distraction, like, say, when you run, there's a blip. So you throw the firecrackers out, and it's supposed to show up a signal. Jason's supposed to get distracted going that way, like you use the radio sometimes. But even they said in the interview, they noticed people were not using it for that, and they was using it, to throw at Jason. Which you can still do that for the rage. But here's the thing. As long as I've played this, and everybody I ever played was, I do not know one person who has ever played Jason that has ever got distracted by firecrackers. When you throw the firecrackers, they immediately start sounding off, and the only thing it does, even if Jason went towards them, all he's got to do is hit sense. Oh, you're right next to him. So all you did was do a beacon, come straight to me. So, no, that's kind of useless for that. I'm sorry. I hate to hurt gun media's, what they wanted it for. That's not what it's used for. Sorry. So it kind of hurt those two things, and which is kind of sad. So that takes away those two weapons. Another thing that happened, and I get arguments on this sometimes, but hurt a couple of the perks. The bat down there has a longer stun time. You can still use it before the game. Okay, fine. I'll give you that. But it's only used for 50% of the game, so you might as well throw that away. My favorite one was Sucker Punch, once again. And it's actually become a lot less useless. A lot less useful. Once again, only good for half the game. Then it's trash. And you could put the argument for Tommy using a machete, blah, 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 but you still got to come back as Tommy, so you're taking a roll on a dice on that, so no. Swift Attacker is less useful, but it is still useful. There's some things you can do as a counselor still, even with Jason in rage mode. You can still hit him, get your stamina back, just hit and run real quick. So you just have to change tactics on that. But a couple of the perks, it did make them useless. So it kind of hurt them there. And like I said, Sucker Punch is one of my favorites. I don't ever use it I don't use it anymore. It's actually not got a good one, but there's no reason to use it. So I hate that. Another thing, what it also did, it shifted. It used to be you had your Jason Killing Squad, then it shifted to help the Jason helpers. Now, I don't help Jasons, even my team. We do not do that. We actually frown on that, because here's the thing. Jason just got a buff, and you need a helper to help you still kill counselors, and you got this rage mode. I'm sorry. You're pretty sorry, Jason. Now, and I hate to hurt anybody's feelings on that, but you suck. Plain and simple. There's no reason you need a helper. And you're not going to get better, so no. But that's one thing the rage mode did with, being unable to be stunned, is it helps those out. Now, this I got from Gameplay and Guru, and I'll leave a link below for the full video, and you should watch it. But watch this. See, There's no way. Now, he's hosting, so you get better connection with Jason, but you get the mask off, and let's say, that's a sweater girl. She does not have a chance, and the weapon is going to break. Now, that is a big issue right there. And it's just, all he's doing is spamming the L2, and he's got it perfect. Okay, so up to this point, I know a lot of y'all saying, well, this is from a counselor point of view and such, which, okay, I'll give you that. Now let me go to a Jason point of view. And I'm going to hurt some people's feelings here. But when this came out, and I'm going to put myself in the category of this too, before I say it, I was guilty of this too. It made Jason players lazy. I'm sorry, it made them lazy. And because now you walk around, as soon as I get rage, I don't have to plan nothing. I just walk around like a doorknob. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm sorry, it makes you a sorry player. And I saw a lot of this going on. And what happened before, you have all these people coming after you. And so, kept you on your toes. You was getting ready. Oh, here comes the battle, so we got to get ready. And like I said, there should be consequences. Don't get me wrong. But not to this degree. To me, and I hate to hurt gun me, especially Matt and them. I like the guys; they do a great job. But they have truly, I don't think they understand that they have actually made something unique. It is a player versus player game. And like I said, this is all my opinion, so if you want to argue, that's fine. But this is what I think. It is a player versus player. If you're playing Jason, it's you versus 7. If you're a counselor, it's you. How many you got? 5, 6, 7 against one Jason. Somebody's going to win. Some people are going to lose. And there's different ways to win. You can escape. You can survive the whole night. Or you can just kill Jason out. And like I said, it's a very unique game. And I know the guys wanted a horror game feeling where you run through and everything. And this is not Dead by Daylight. If you want to go play Dead by Daylight where you run around, don't hit back, all that stuff, go play that game. If I want to play it, Dead by Daylight, I would go play that. But it's a player versus player game. In a player versus player game, you have different skill trees. There's people playing this for a long time. They are going to be way better than you than the person that comes fresh out of, onto the game. That happens in any game, especially when it's player versus player. Let me give you a better example here. Okay, let's take Halo, for example. And you people may not play Halo. I do. I suck royally at it. I'll admit it. Okay, when you start playing Halo, you start off in the campaign. You learn the game, get better, da-da-da-da-da. Well, let me go play online with other players. Now you're fighting against other players. And you may have thought you just was king shit at the campaign. You could go online and just whoop everybody. Then you get online and realize, no, you're a newbie. You suck. And these guys will whoop your ass. And I'm talking from personal experience. I get my ass handed to me every time I go online. But I'm getting better. But I'm having to work at it. So, start a campaign. Go on multiplayer. You get better. And then if you do exceptionally well, after you climb all the ranks, put in the hours, like a lot of players have, and then you get up to, you might get invited to be a pro. Great. Then now you're playing in pro tournaments. Awesome. So you made it. And that's how you know you made it. Because you've put in the work. You're right there. But you went through a lot of crap to get there. And it wasn't because it was handed to you. It wasn't because the developers, let me dial it back some. Let me take his shields down because I can't kill him. Or let me do this, No, you learned the game. You learned strategies. You got better. A lot of times, it is going to be 1 versus 3 others, or if you play the FFA on this, it's going to be 1 versus, how many was in the group there. So, it's still a game of player versus player, which brings it back to Friday 13th. Now, using that same analogy, all right, start out in campaign. That's like on Friday 13th, we start out in offline bots. You get better with Jason. Now, in this scenario, you have to go online to get better with the counselors, but I'm talking about Jason. Okay. So you get pretty good as Jason with offline bots. You play through them, you get better. Okay, great. Then you go online. Well, this game's only been out for a few years. Halo, take that exception, that's been out for, a decade. The ones in Halo are going to stomp your ass because they've been a while, so you're playing catch-up. When you come into this game, the veterans have been playing, and they work well together, you're going to get in a fight. And if you come in thinking you're just going to run right over them as Jason because you've played, the offline bots or campaign, however you want to put it, no, you got to come in here, you got to learn different strategies. You don't just come in here walking around like a doorknob with no plan in sight, no idea what you're doing. You have to know. And you're going to get killed, even with the Rage update, because I said that when it first came out, and I got a lot of got some crap on forums when I said it, and I said, just because this Rage come out, the veterans that are really good at Jason killing, they're going to figure it out. All they got to do is kill him quicker. They still figured it out. It didn't change a thing for them. It really didn't. I mean, they do it a lot quicker now. It's no big deal. That's why it didn't really affect the counselor as far as I'm concerned, but it did affect Jason because everybody lost their edge, I thought. And they got slack. And I was guilty of it too. I'm pointing fingers at myself too. I'm in this group. I'm putting myself in with it. I got lazy. And I was watching myself walk around like a doorknob, just, hit me, I run in, da-da-da-da-da. Which is wrong. So, that whole not being able to stun thing actually takes away from it. A little bit. And to me, it's better, and they're still working on it right now, Matt said, so that's good. It's a work in progress, so it's not stuck there, so I'm not mad at it. A couple things I thought would have been better. Like I said, dial back, when you hit rage mode, because there still should be consequences, don't get me wrong. Not 100% no stun, just dial it back some. Take where, the baseball bat's the best, and then dial it all the way back. I don't care if it's all the way back to a machete stun chance. That's fine, still got a chance. It'll help you when you get in a Jason killing squad. It'd help with that where, Guru's showing where you got that multiple grip, stops that. Also, another thing I think they should implement, if you've ever played, you got this group around you and they hit you and you're stunned and all of a sudden you get hit again, get stunned, that should have been addressed first to me because you shouldn't be getting double tap. I just got stunned. Now I got stunned again. There should be a cool off. Even that would have been better. I like that better idea as an idea. But like I said, he says it's part of the core, so it's probably not going to change much. But there should have been a cool off effect. That would have been a better idea. Also, everybody's complaining about roof glitches and all these other glitches, and I'm addressing this because somebody had a couple of people, not everybody on my channel is usually pretty good. I got one or two come here and want to gripe and says it's my fault or my videos are the reason why Friday 13 sucks and all this because I do glitches. Okay, let me explain something. The reason why I did those glitches, if you sit there and truly watch them, I show both sides. I don't show just one. I show how it's done, then I show how to counter it. The reason why I did those is because when I was playing, I noticed a lot of players coming in and doing that to the new Jasons. And kept waiting for Gun Media to fix those glitches. Never got fixed. And all on YouTube, before I even put one, all these glitches are already being posted by all these other YouTubers. And I ain't mad at them for it because, it's in the game. They did it. But what I couldn't find is anybody showing how to counter it. So I put up how to counter it. That's what my videos were about. So if there's a glitch there, I try to find a counter to help everybody out. That's what that was about. So make sure you watch my videos before you go jumping down my throat about it. And back to the Jason about being lazy. And this also deals with the glitches too. So I'm leading into something. Every time I go back and watch these Beyond videos with Matt, and I feel kind of sorry for Matt because everybody's jumping on him about fix this, fix that. Okay, like with the roof glitch, there's a counter to it. You can get up there. You could have got up there. You could have killed the counselor. I mean, the video's been there for everybody to see in other places, on forums. And a lot of these people I saw complaining about it, the same people, they kept saying, well, they keep getting up. I said, well, go figure out how to counter it until Gun gets around to fixing it. Quit crapping at them. They're getting around to it because that's a lot of code he had to go through, and it's not like an easy fix. He had to go back. He had to go find the underlying symptom, which fixed a bunch of other stuff. Also, another thing before I forget, when they fixed this glitch, that was another thing I forgot to tell you about. Before, on the Xbox, you could hold the right trigger, put your trap down, and it would just keep setting it. Can't do that anymore. You have to hold the right trigger, then hit your A. And you have to be careful. It's a little different trap sets now. But if you ain't played in a while, you'll figure it out. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Everybody quit jumping down gun medias. They're doing as fast as they can. They got a lot of stuff on them. And honestly, maybe they threw a Band-Aid real quick with this patch, just trying to make everybody happy. But also, I saw a lot of Jasons. Guys never blocked. They never learned how to quick knife. When you got shift, everybody thinks shift is supposed to be shift grab. Counselor, that's all you do. No, you can shift through somebody swinging, shift through them. You could, another thing, if you watch another video, and I goof around a lot. I don't play serious, I admit it. But even in that video when they was trying to kill me, I started slashing. If you're Jason, start slashing. Quit worrying about grabbing. Use tactics. Change tactics. Back to first-person shooter game like Halo. When somebody's shooting at you, you use your environment to start, kind of make them miss or shoot the rock in front of you or the building. Well, when somebody's swinging at you, use a tree. Get behind it as trees, Jason. Make them miss. Then you got a free swing on them. And, quit relying on gun media to fix everything for you until you become a better Jason. When you become better, get better, there's things that need to be fixed. Don't get me wrong. But until that time, learn how to counter. Learn how to be a better Jason. And if these killer squads come after you, and which they come after me all the time, and I get killed. But it makes me be a better Jason for it, because I have to get better or I'm going to get slaughtered. And one of the ways to get better also is go back and look at your games. These guys set you up. They use tricks. Learn their tricks. Learn how to counter them. Learn which Jason does what. And there's certain Jasons you want to use, certain ones you don't. Another thing, and I messed up in the video when I was playing. I knew better. When I was playing against the counselors, they all surrounded me. You don't do that. You don't let a counselor surround you. You shift through, have them bottleneck behind you, make sure they're all in line of sight. And now you got that multiple slash, start multiple slashing. And Jason does have combos too, guys. He does a block grab. He does a block quick knife, slash. If you can shift, you can come around and slash, throw another knife. You can do a hell of a combo and knock all these counselors out. There's so many things Jason can do. You have stalk. Use it. Be stealthy. Not just barreling in there all the time. Be smart about things. Learn your opponents. Learn who you're playing. Learn, use your brain. It's you versus 7 players. If you win, you should feel damn good about it. But become a better Jason. And one thing that just irked me, even with all this updates, and even with, now you got the the sense and the shift at the same time, there's people still complaining. I saw one guy complaining a while back before this update, and right after the rage, was complaining that they need to nerf Swift Attacker because now they're getting beat up as Jason. And I was sitting there scratching my head, and then I saw another one, and I hope this guy was joking, but I swear he probably wasn't, but he was talking about, could you remove the couches so I could grab the counselor because the counselor's running me around. Come on, guys. And I'm going to use Halo again. That's like you going into a Halo game. Here's a guy that's been playing a while, and you look at him and says, hey, could you take his shield down and take some of the bullets out of the gun so he only has 2 shots, and then he'll have to reload and give me free shots. Oh, yeah, take away his grenades. Guys, you want them to hold your hand through the whole game. Stop bitching. Learn to play Jason, become a better Jason. That's my bottom line. Like I said, playing, if you play Fortnite, you're not going to run in there and be like Ninja and all them guys. You got to learn to get better. And this is a player versus player game. You're going to get killed. And for the argument people say in the movies, a lot of, it's supposed to be more like the movies. Well, here's the thing. Jason did die in the movies, guys. But it's at the end of the movie. He got killed, he got defeated, but he comes back in the sequel. So if you get killed as Jason, if I got killed, I'm going to come back next game, I'm going to be stronger, and I'm going to figure out how to kill these players. It forces you to get better. And yes, there are some asshole groups out there that are Jason killer, just pricks, just like there's Jason Emperor that are pricks. So that's my argument. Quit being lazy. Be a better Jason. Learn how to counter. Learn some tricks. Review your games. Board and Error has a whole bunch of cool tricks for you guys how to be a better Jason. Go watch Gameplay and Guru. Watch Wiz. Watch Mr. T's video. Watch Mad Dog's video. Watch Mr. Nerd 97. All these guys play pro. Go watch them. You will learn how to, take these off. And me, I just play for fun, guys, but I'm not a bad Jason. I goof off. I do. That's and I enjoy playing with my friends. My friends are real good counselors. They're good at killing. They're very good. They've killed pros. They know what they're doing. So when I go up against them, I better be paying attention to what's going on, or they're going to hand me my ass. So it is player versus player game. That's my bottom line. And I may be hurting Gun Media's feelings here because they think it's just still a horror survival game. It's a little more than that, guys. It really is. And like I said, I don't think they truly understand what they got. And no disrespect to Matt, Wes, all them. They're great guys. I love what they did with this game. It's amazing. They did a great job. Lawsuit messed it up, but it's still a great game. It is. Even with all the glitches, it's still one of the best games around to me. Another thing is, I do believe they've been talking about it. I don't know yet. They're talking about putting a final girl in there. I think and allowing her to stun, or even Tommy, which, okay, those two I'd be great with because it still allows everybody a chance at the end. That's all I'm asking is a chance. I have no problem with that at that point. And that's mainly dealing with your Jason helpers, which they're starting to become more and more of seeing. So like I said, Jason don't need help. If you need a helper with all this massive buff they gave him, that's ridiculous. Now, I will agree, another thing was brought up, that mask does come off too easy. Even that would have been better. So the double tap should be addressed, the mask, and I would say cut the stun back a little bit. So you can actually use some of my perks, and I could use, I want to use my firecrackers, not for distractions. But stop being lazy, guys. Learn to play Jason. Get better. And before you know it, you'll have you'll have a whole team coming up. Next thing you know, you done wiped the whole team. And this was a good Jason killer team. It's a nice satisfaction, though, when you can do that you've actually got to that level. It's cool. And I mean, it's a good Jason killing squad. And you're going to get killed. I'm sorry. Even with all this stuff, you're still going to get killed. There's people out there that care less. There's a trick, even I can dance around you. I got to get my timing down again, but I can dance around you as, one of the counselors and get that mask off you and never grab me. Which I've never showed, and I'm not going to. Sorry. But Pappas showed that. If you want to go see his channel, go check him out. But he had a good technique for that, but my timing is way off. Alrighty, guys, I went on way too long in this video. I apologize. Damn, didn't mean to go this long. So anyway, leave your thoughts below. And like I said, this is not an argument. This is just discussion, my thoughts, and leave your comments. If you like it, great. If you hate it, great. But if you like it or hate it, leave some stuff, like, hey, I think they could have done this. Leave some solutions. Don't just say, oh, I hate it. You're wrong. Okay, why? Leave some solutions. Like I said, some things I thought they should fix. And like I said, I love a couple of things they did. And there should be, yes, Matt is very 100% correct. There should be consequences for coming after Jason just to beat him up. There should be. I just don't agree with that level. But that's my opinion. Okay, I'm shut up now. I am going to call it a night. I want to thank y'all for watching and put up my crap. And I'll see y'all in the next video.